Thank you. So it was a busy Christmas season, which is a little crazy at our house. And I was just cleaning up the breakfast dishes because I have 4 children. You can see them there, and they never stop eating. So I was doing the dishes, and I was walking out of the kitchen, and I was headed for the dining room, and I literally froze like this. I just stopped, dead in my tracks, and I stopped there because I was completely and utterly overwhelmed. Overwhelmed to the point where I literally froze in my steps. And I was overwhelmed and headed for the dining room because I needed to work on our Christmas cards. It was days before Christmas. We were leaving town the next day for a family vacation, and I had to get them to the post office that day. I was also overwhelmed because we had a marketing campaign that I needed to reset that was going to go live in the new year, but I wanted to enjoy my family vacation and not work while I was on vacation. So these 2 big tasks, plus, packing, laundry, all the other things, completely overwhelmed me and stopped me in my tracks. But in that moment that I was standing there, my mind went kind of quiet, which is kind of the opposite of overwhelm, right? And my body went still, and it occurred to me why I was overwhelmed. And at the same time, what I needed to do to get past this overwhelm. So, show of hands. Raise your hand if you're overwhelmed right now. And you feel like that? If you didn't raise your hand, you're lying. Because we've been here the last couple days, we've met like 1,700 new best friends. We have 800 new action items on our to-do list, right? We're like freaking out. We're overwhelmed. Well, this is what they don't tell you when you sign up for this whole like small business, entrepreneurship thing, is that that your to-do list is never going to end, right? You're never going to get to the end of your to-do list. Because as soon as you do, you just move to the next idea, right? So it's not the to-do list that's so overwhelming, right? I figured that out in that moment where I was stuck there. One of the reasons that we get overwhelmed is our inability to prioritize. For some reason, I'm not sure, the human brain is not great at putting things in order and prioritizing them. Okay? So it's not the length of our to-do list that it's the problem. It's that we can't figure out what to put first, second, and third. The second reason that we get overwhelmed is because we're not sure how long something is going to take to complete. Secondary to that, we're not sure how long or what the process is to complete that particular task. So these 2 things became crystal clear to me that morning. And so I picked one, I did it, I picked the next, and I did it. And then I moved on. But also at the same time, I decided to embark on this journey to get rid of the mental tornado that happens in our minds, that causes us, all the things on our to-do list, all the other things happening in our life that cause us to spin into this storm in our minds that make us feel overwhelmed. Pretty sure that's my niece, y'all. Pretty sure. So the first thing we need to do is to get past this is to set up priority filters. So priority filters are designed to help us prioritize the things that we have on our to-do list, the tasks, the projects we want to complete, the campaigns that we want to run. So the priority filters look like this, and they're going to change as your business grows and evolves, but they look like this. How much revenue potential does this particular task have in my business? How much profit could this marketing campaign bring to our business? What is the impact that this task, project, or campaign is going to have on our customers or on myself or our team? How much time is it going to take to complete this? Is this a 1-week project, a 1-month project, a quarter project? How much time, and do you need any money? Do you need to pursue funding? Do you need to pull out a line of credit? Sorry, should I not say that here? Do you need to, how much sweat equity are you going to put into it? Using all of these questions to help you filter out and prioritize the things on your to-do list. Does this particular task help you meet your current quarterly goals and KPIs? If it doesn't, ditch it, right? Is this in your zone of genius? Is there somebody on your team? Is there a personnel match that could help you with this particular task or project? So using priority filters helps you determine what you need to work on next. It helps you put things in order so that you don't have this little thing spinning out of control. You've put them in the order. You've eliminated the prioritization problem that you're having in your mind. So I'm gonna switch slides here, but before I do, I'm gonna tell you that it might overwhelm you, unless you're already doing it. But it might overwhelm you, which sounds a little crazy when I'm talking about overwhelm and not being overwhelmed, but I'm gonna show it to you. It might spook you, but just bear with me. Let me explain it, and then you'll feel better about it. So this is my calendar last week, and I time block. This is my calendar. This was what happened last week, more or less, except I ended up shooting a commercial on Friday, so things got shifted around a little bit. But this is what, these are my boundaries. These are my time blocks. This is how I've been able to change my relationship with time and tasks. So instead of, I don't have time for that, and I'm never gonna get that done, or I don't know how to do that. All of the negatives, that negative story that we tell ourselves in our minds, instead of that leading to frustration and becoming unmotivated and discouraged, even wanting to quit, right? Have you ever been so overwhelmed to the point where you just want to quit? Not necessarily your job or your business, but a task or a project, you want to ditch something. So we want to keep from getting to that point. So instead of this like negative story that we tell ourselves about time and tasks, instead now it's, oh, I have a new marketing idea. I'm going to do that on Tuesday, because you can see, I can tell you right now, Tuesday morning is marketing block. That idea goes to marketing block. Any sort of new project or a campaign that we're going to run for $5 meal plan, it's going to happen on Thursday morning. Unless it's a tech emergency, and then we'll take care of it right away, right? So time blocks are these boundaries that allow you to put tasks into a space. So then what happens? They're not spinning around in your head, contributing to that crazy, that mental overwhelm, that tornado, that storm that happens in our mind. You've told your tasks what to do. You've given them a time and a place to do them. So the last couple of years I've been working on this journey, I guess, where we're going from this negative story in my mind to being able to tell time and tasks of where they need to go, what they need to do. And it allowed me to block out 5 weeks this past summer where I went on vacation with my family. 5 weeks. My business ran itself. I did have to jump in a couple times. I was on like a on-call Slack sort of emergency basis with our team, and it ran itself. And you can see, look at my boys' faces. Like, you can see they are happy, and they're actually getting long in that moment. But we had such a fantastic time, and I enjoyed it. I was relaxed. We had the best time, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had been living in this overwhelm, week after week, month after month over the last couple of years. So my hope for you is that you can understand why overwhelm happens, and that you can work towards keeping it from happening in your own life and in your own business, so that in turn, you can get more done, be more efficient, grow your business, grow your profits, because that's what today is all about, and in the end, be a better version of yourself. Thank you.
Erin Chase. Erin, get back here. You were going to run away from me, weren't you?
Yeah, I went the wrong way.
She was
Sorry.
taking off. I'm done.
I'm out of here.
Yes, it's party time.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
I got a couple questions for you.
I'm ready.
You know, I love this idea of time blocks, and of course, how many people do that already, the time blocks?
Oh my
I
gosh,
do too, but
team time block. Let's meet up. We need a photo.
But I don't. Yeah, like the Aussies will have team time block.
Yeah.
You know, but with time blocks, my problem is a lot of the time my time block, and who has this problem? My time blocks run over, right? I think it's going to take this much time, and it takes that much time. What do I do then?
So I have project blocks. We have brand blocks and we have project blocks. And so project blocks are an hour and a half, and I move them around kind of depending on how they fit with phone calls and other things. And that is an hour and a half of me like head down. Everything is off. My phone is on like airplane mode. Like it's
no notifications.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like all in, all in. And then if it spills over, then I just assign it to another project block.
Gotcha.
Does that
Okay.
make sense? So sometimes I'm surprised and like, yay, I'm done half an hour early.
Yeah.
Let's go hang out on Facebook, right? No, don't do that. Do something else. Do the next thing on your list.
Right.
But if it goes over, you just assign it to another block. And it really takes some time and practice. And I think the hardest part of that for me is if it's a new task,
Right.
something new that we're adding, then it's a little harder to judge and gauge that. But over time, you get better at understanding how you work, how your team works, and then how it, tasks relate to the blocks you have.
I want to ask you that because, like, probably most people in the room, I love the idea of going away and my business runs itself. Doesn't everybody love that? Yeah, so, but you have to have great people to delegate to. How do you find the right people to make sure that things run that way?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've always done it through my network, my local network in San Antonio, or our, this amazing network that we have. And it's just communicating, like, I need help with this and I need help with that. One-off projects that are, I had some animation done. I go to Fiverr or Upwork for things like that.
Sure.
But I think start with people you know, and I'm always looking for people who are take initiative and who are loyal to our brand and our company, because I'm going to train them. I'm going to train them well, and I think that's been a big reason for our success and the great team we've built.
And you've had a ton of success. I love watching everything you do. Ladies and gentlemen, Erin Chase.
Thank you.
Thank you.